All right, gang. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Easter. Hope you guys enjoyed your long 3-day weekend and ready to jump on into this week. So, I got a little bit of a watch list for you. Not too big, not too small. I think it's just right. So, how about the markets, though, man? We made all-time highs and just rallied into that close. Crazy. Was not expecting that at the end of the day here, going into a 3-day weekend. But hey, market surprises us every day. So let's just jump right into this, get started so you can get back to your Easter Sunday here. So the first one that I'm going to be looking at is going to be corn futures here. Okay, now I have a strangle on corn, but I also want to go ahead and take this one long. Okay, so as you can see, corn's been doing pretty well, and then we're consolidated. We had this weird pop that shot most ags up pretty high, mainly corn and soybeans, and then they pulled back again on Thursday. Excuse me. So I want to go ahead and take it long. We're starting to see a little bit of a push with momentum coming in here. We got some 10x bars do show conviction coming in. We are seeing a little bit of momentum come back into this trade as well. So with corn, decent IVR too. Okay, we looking 47 days out, and I want to go ahead here and sell the 480 puts on May 21st, which is going to be, if you're not with Tasty, that's 47 days out. Okay, it's going to give us almost a 90% probability here, which is really good. Okay, it's going to give about $275 in credit, and only going to cost about $710 to put on. You can't see that because I'm in the way here. Let me remove my head a little bit. There you go. So $700. Okay, so not bad. Really good play here. Okay, next one that I'm looking at is going to be Etsy. Now Etsy, it has an early entry signal here. Yes, the squeeze is negative. It was actually on Thursday starting to show some yellow, which is momentum heading back up. But then we had a little bit of a pullback on Etsy at the end of the day. So with this one, I want to take this one long as well. You can see Etsy's been pretty bullish here, not too bad. All right, we are above the 50 moving average, which is good, but right below that 34. So what I'm going to look for is this early entry signal and this medium squeeze with the momentum starting to curve over here. Send us back above the 34 and shoot us here up to 231, and then maybe, just maybe, up here to 251 all-time high. Okay, so with that one, and Etsy also has decent IVR too, which is really nice. Okay, so I want to go ahead now. There's two ways you could play this, right? Conservative and normal, I guess you can call it, right? Selling the 180s, buying those 175 puts in the May cycle, you might get between $1.35 and $1.40 depending on where it opens, and have great odds. Pretty much a 79 or 70 pop and an ADP 50, but you can come up to a 28 delta, still below that 30. The 185 180s, get a $1.50 and have our normal probabilities of success here, the 65 pop, 71 P50. Okay, I personally will probably be doing the 185s, but if you want to be a little bit more cautious and maybe think it might be a pullback, head on down to the 180s and get at least a $1.30, $1.35, and you'll be sitting pretty on this one as well. Okay. So next one here is gonna be open. Let me move my chart over here. Now I'm already in open, but I don't mind being in open again. There's just it provides really good probability of success here. So on open, plus it's one of the few that also has decent IVR. All right, now on open, I'm looking to lean it short with the strangle here. Okay, I want to, you can see open's been pretty much sideways. It really made those all-time highs and then pulled back with the craziness of the market, and it's just kind of trending sideways now. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to get as low as possible here and as high as possible. That's the ultimate goal, while leaning it short, since we are just kind of still below these moving averages. We're still technically stacked to the downside. Okay, so with open 24 IVR, really nice. You can see I'm already in this with multiple plays, but I want to get it in again just because the credit is ideal, the probabilities are great, and it's going to lean it some short. Just we're on all-time highs. The market's going to pull back here. It's not going to just keep running up. We're going to see a pullback. So I want to lean a little bit short, and it's going to give great odds. So I want to look to sell in May. We're in May now on everything. I want to sell the 35 calls. I want to sell the 14 puts. Okay. Now, I mean, you could probably do the 15s here, still lean it short, a little bit more open interest. But I like the 14s and the 10 at the 12 and a halves at that point. I mean, you could as well lean it even more short, but I'm gonna see if I can't get filled here. It is 15 cents wide compared to the 10 cents wide. If I have problems, I'll probably go down to the 12s. Uh, but doing so right now, it's gonna give an 83 pop and a 90p 50. Okay, almost 12 deltas short, which is great. And it's 92 cents in credit, and it's super cheap to put on. If I show you what the one contract is, it's only $200 for 90. So you're almost a 2-to-1 in ratio here. So I'm going to look to sell 2 or 3 contracts, leaning it short here. Okay. Next one, going to be Pinterest. Now, Pinterest finally starting to turn around here a little bit. And as you can see, 10x bars just turned green. We're starting to see that momentum shift come in, which is good. But again, I'm not fully trusting the market that we're in this bullish move again. So I want to be a little conservative, but leave a lot of wiggle room. Okay. So it's going to actually lean this short, but stay within this range that we've been in, since December. All right. So with Pinterest, jumping into May here, here's my short put already, but jumping into May, I want to go ahead and sell those 55 puts and sell those 105 calls. That's going to lean it about 8 deltas short. Okay, but it's going to give an 80, pretty much an 85 pop here. All right, past expected move, past all-time high by about $15, and then that 55 strike is just sitting right on top of the 200-day by like a buck. So really good odds, nice credit, about $2, and it's only going to cost about $775 to put on. So another really good play here. Okay. Now I keep talking about this one too, which is Tilray, but I like having a pot stock on that really just doesn't do anything. And I think this chart will be a little bit better to show you. Here is Tilray. I currently have a 1532 Strangle, but in a shorter time frame. I do not mind going out a little bit wider here. So as you can see, Tilray is really just not doing a whole lot of anything. So I'm going to go as high as possible here and right around to that 15 strike, which is, just below some support. Okay, so on Tilray, we're going to be looking in May now, and I want to sell the 15 puts, okay? And then I want to go ahead and sell these 40 calls. So it's going to lean it short, almost 8 deltas, while giving a lot of run room to the upside should pot start to take off, and over an 80% probability. $150 in credit, $550 to put on. Past expected move, really good odds here. Okay? Now the next one that I'm looking at is gonna be Trip. Now Trip, here's the hourly chart as well. Okay, it's running up, it's doing really good. It pulled back, it's consolidating here. So there we go, and it's right at that 80 EMA. So on the hourly chart, picking up some energy as well. So I'm going to take this one long. Travel's picking up again here. So I want to see if we can't come up and retest. I don't know if we'll retest those highs here, but I want to see if we can't break up. So I'm going to do this one with a short put, another one with OK IVR, and we're looking in May. And I want to just go ahead and sell those 45s, which is just outside expected move. Okay, 16 delta, 45 short put, over 80% probability, over 90% P50, $1.15 to $1.20 in credit, and super cheap to put on at $450. Okay. And now the last one here. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but right, Viacom, CBS took that big hit, right, along with Discovery. So what I'm looking at here, that's a big drop off those all-time highs. Great spot to pick this up long term. So I'm looking at a covered call, right? It's hanging out at the 200-day, and I'll hold this for quite a while. I'm looking for it to retest. We're not going to see all-time highs retested tomorrow or anything like that, but over time here, I think it'll trend back up, and it's a good long-term stock to hold. So looking at a covered call, and Viacom's got nice IV too, so we're going to get some credit here. Going out into May, like I said, covered call. So buying 100 shares, which is at roughly 44.5. Okay, and then I want to sell in May the 65 13 delta, the 65 calls. All right, and it's going to be right around what's half that, 80 cents or so. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but this is longer term. And you know, it does have dividends, so you're going to get dividends on this as well. So it's a good long-term play. 2 grand in buying power. So yes, it's going to utilize a lot of buying power, but between the dividends and being able to roll this thing out with time and just keep collecting, I mean, it's got decent credit right now. So looking to buy 100 shares of Viacom, sell those 65 calls out in May, right around 43.75 debit price. Okay, it's going to cost you $2,100 to put on, but this will be a longer term play. So every month here, we're going to look to roll those calls out of the money and reduce this cost basis and just keep collecting dividends, and hopefully, you know, eventually it returns up over 100 and you make a nice little profit there. Okay, and that's it, gang. That's all I got for you. So enjoy the rest of your weekend here. Enjoy your Easter, and let's rock and roll next week, or tomorrow I should say. All right, guys, have a good weekend.